Hey cutie patooties, let's do some makeup. So I'm going in with this Ace Beauty palette and using this bright orange with a clean brush. Yes, I need you to use a clean brush so that the color will be vibrant, and we swoop it up into an angle. I am smoking it out with a little bit of yellow just to give it a little bit of brightness on the edge of it as well. Now that we have the base done for this look, we are going to go in with our Lens Glisten palette. We're going to start with the black and do our little swoopy. I opened my eyes a little bit so that I could flick that up without getting it on my eyelashes. I will go from the corner of my eye and flick it up and outward. And then I will go to the middle right above where my pupil is, and I will see where it's going to be above my crease. That part's really important, and you just base the rest of your shape around your crease but higher. Also clean it up a little if you can. The sharpness really makes a difference. Like, clean that bitch up. We're going to go in with a dark green, and we are going to create vines. So I do my swoopies, a little loop under, a little loop over, and that is really all this one takes. When you get to the corner, just use your best judgment. Whatever seems to flow most naturally is what I would go with. I'm going to speed up the rest of this so you guys can see. Also, I apologize if any of my angles pointed at the camera are bad at first. I do usually try to correct it and point myself so you guys can see a little better. Our next step is to go and put some little thorns on the vines, just so that it has a little bit more detail. And there's no rhyme or reason to mine. These are just intermittent, like wherever I think they would look good. Just remember that we are going to draw flowers, so some of them might get covered up. Speaking of flowers, it's flower time. I chose to go in with yellow because pumpkin flowers are yellow, and I was really feeling a pumpkin-y vibe. I'm do 4 little dots just in like a little plus formation, and then I fill in the middle of them. I am going to super speed this up so you can get an idea of that. Okay, and just to give these flowers a little more depth, we're going to go back in that water-activated liner palette, grab the orange, and just do some little dots. You can also use a dotting tool, but it really doesn't have to look perfect. Next, we're going to go up with the Milk Grip Gel Primer. This is a tinted primer, basically, I guess, but oh my gosh, it holds other products so well. It's become such a staple of mine. Now that we've applied our foundation, I had to pull my hair up. I couldn't take that towel any longer. This is the Milk Sculpt Stick in Toasted. This is another, like, tried and true of mine here lately. I use it every time I do my base because, look, you literally can just stamp it. I'm not even swiping until there, but yeah. You can literally just stamp it out. It's so creamy, and it just blends. It goes right where you want it to. Here I'm just working on my contour. I like to do mine like the number 3 on my face. So it's like a swipe from forehead to cheek to chin, and then just blending, 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 pap, 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 pap. I believe next we are going to go in and contour our nose. Yep, with a clean little brush. Clean brush. Go clean your brushes if you haven't. This is your reminder. I'm blending a little under my lip as well, just to give my lower lip a little fullness. Going in with my Huda Booty. I believe it's in some kind of a peach shade. I love this blush. It also is one that it's so creamy, it'll just melt out as soon as you play with it with your brush. Here I'm just going in with my concealer. These are all of my spots that I like to do. I like to carve my cheek with a little bit of it, using my concealer brush that I'm going to use for everything else. I will stipple with some circles just so that it's not one hard, clean, sharp line. I like for it to fade a little bit halfway through the cheek so it's not so aggressive. And then I'm just blending everything else. I wait for under my eyes last because then I can hit it with the powder immediately so it has the least amount of time to crease. And I'm about to go in with this powder from KVD, the Locket. I got in a BoxyCharm, I believe. I really like it. I like the little powder puff that comes with it. It always sets my eyes really well. Time for the other half of our lens palette. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Going in with my black for my brows. I'm going to tell you guys, my brows were a whole journey and effort today. And you're going to have to trust me that they turned out okay in a second. Because, oof, did I struggle. I had to erase, like, the end half of my right eyebrow and just started again from scratch because they were just not matching up. But, ooh, look, we're good. Back to the Pat McGrath. We're going to do some bronzer. And just now is when we do our products. I hate it when people ask me what products I use, or for a list rather, because I do cream and powder of like everything. So it's a lot easier if you just ask me like what you're looking for. Here we are contouring our nose using that same bronzer by Pat McGrath. That one is my holy grail. I also got it in a BoxyCharm. Next I'm going in with my Kimchi blush. Kimchi blush is so pretty, so pigmented. You only need like a whisper of it and like she's there. I also love a little nose blush. You can't stop me. I'm going to keep it forever. Going into this Ofra palette of mine for highlight. I'm just using the big main like champagne goldy one there because I felt like it fit the vibes. Oh, so pretty on the nose, dude. I love me a bright nose highlight, but you gotta make sure to blend that ish out. You know what I'm saying? Also hit the inner corner of them eyes. It's pretty. Next, we're gonna do our orange on the under eye because, as Linz would say, since we're using her collab, you don't look weird with eyeshadow under your eye. You're just not used to it. We are gonna make sure that's nice and blended. There was a spot I felt went too low, so I went in with some powder just to like even that out. Gonna go in with my pencil eyeliner and fill in my waterline and tight line. The lashes, you're going to have to take my word on wet well. We're going to do our lip. I'm going in with my brown from Juvia's Place. This is the shade Cocoa. It is divine. It is juicy. It is deep. And then once I am done applying this and getting it how I like, I'm going to go in with a Q-tip and clean out like just the middle section of it so that I can apply a lighter shade. And that lighter shade is going to also be from Kimchi, and it is an orange, baby. That shit is day glow orange, but we're just going to apply a little to make it for a little bit of a more day wearable moment. I'm going to clean up with concealer, and that, my beautiful babes, I believe is the look. I'm going to go do my hair. I'm going to go throw on an outfit, and I'll see you guys. Don't forget to clean your jewelry, babes. See ya!